Good evening, patriots all across our beautiful America. Thank you and welcome to America Strong Patriot Talk. I am your host, Thomas Pascal, and to the states that are on lockdown, Pennsylvania, New York, California, and a couple of others. Should have had it well memorized. It's a Monday, so all right, let me fix this up.
Can y'all hear me well? If so, give me a thumb up, either or, message, comment. So, because we got some news I want to break down, but before I do, let's take a look at those that have lost their lives from this virus. My thoughts and condolences go out to those families that have lost a loved one from the coronavirus, and to see that the death toll in Italy is rising rapidly. Can you hear me now? I can't hear you. Huh?
Try and call me back.
How are we? Good? All right, cool. All right. My volume is a little low on my end. Hold on, because I could hear really hard.
right, my dad is saying he can't hear me, so I don't know what's going on his end. As I know it's on my end. All right, but sorry about that, folks. Technical difficulties, but let's take a what's the face while we're in quarantine and those $1,000 checks I've been hearing. Ain't that gonna be a beauty for when that comes in the mail? They can all here what happened limited to buying one gallon family, one thing of eggs per family, one thing of toilet paper, wipes per family. Things are being limited on, and to see all these supply trucks, everything that keeps on coming and going, people are just snagging off just shelves. Well, to those of you that aren't listening to the rules, I hope you get busted eventually, because there's people out there that really need toilet paper. There's people out there that really need food. And today, while at the local Walmart, well, apparently the meat's being snagged up, and some people got into a fist fight. Some people got into a fist fight over chicken. I mean, seriously, over chicken. Get the hell out of here. I know it's meat, but I would be fighting over the steaks, not just some chicken. Hey, if y'all got chickens out on the farm and all, if y'all don't want them, kill them and then eat them. Don't just sell it to the freaking supermarkets. But now we gotta take a look at what's happening, especially across America, with the possible martial law, which Trump ain't letting it happen. He is declining, but we have those that are telling him he needs to. So right now the president is being cornered. He doesn't know what exactly to do. Then we got InfoWars Alex Jones threatening Trump. If he declares martial law, they're going to sue him. And to see things just spiraling out of control, folks, I think what we're going through is an exercise. At the same time, President Trump did say the best is yet to come. So think about March Madness. Who cares about the sports? Well, my baseball should be playing, but it's okay. We don't have time for sports and all. But take a look. It's normally March Madness with the sports. So instead of the sports, it's March Madness on getting rid of the deep state. Like what Trump is saying, we are fighting an invisible enemy. It's not the virus, it's the deep state. And to see that there's actually some good press reporters in the White House, even though you get the typically boring one. You know how that is. They have some of those that don't like them, but now that Trump actually got the right folk in, questions are being answered right. We got the press getting the right answers, the right stuff to share, and not just lie to the American people. Well, finally, the press is getting on board, which it's now time for some real change. So, have y'all been hearing about where creepy Joe Biden is and the crazy socialists? No? Hey, Joe, have you gotten checked yet for the coronavirus? No? You should. You are in, late 70s, early 80s, and you were coughing on stage when asked about that coronavirus issue. Trust me, that looks pretty concerning, Joe. You look a little sick. You're coughing, and part of the symptoms is a dry cough, so go get yourself one of those tests done and make sure you don't have the virus, okay? So, because you or your friend Sanders ain't getting the White House. It's going to be 4 more years of Trump come November 3rd. So, I'm going to read up on some news. Let's get this ball firing. Pelosi coronavirus plan calls for nationwide bailout harvesting for 2020 election. Ooh, all right. So, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Squirt Bottle Pelosi, sees plan to fight the coronavirus includes a national mandate for bailout harvesting, same-day voter registration, and federally mandated early voting provisions just in time for the 2020 presidential election. In other words, she's starting a major piece of legislation she's stalling a major piece of legislation that will help struggling Americans and businesses during this tough time, so she can add several left-wing items to it. As part of Pelosi's coronavirus plan, House Democrats slipped in multiple measures from their H.R. 1 legislation that would implement nationwide bailout harvesting for federal elections, effectively allowing political operatives to collect and deliver an endless number of absentee ballots from voters. Pelosi's coronavirus plan allows any person to return a voted and sealed absentee ballot to a designated election office or post office and does not limit the number of absentee ballots that any one person can collect. California is the only state in America to legalize ballot harvesting, though the practice occurs in other states as well. Pelosi's coronavirus plan would legalize California-style ballot harvesting in every state for federal elections. Pelosi's coronavirus plan also mandates nationwide same-day voter registration, where eligible voters are allowed to register to vote on the same day as the 2020 presidential election and every federal election after that. Pelosi would also ban states from requiring voter registration applicants to provide more than just the last 4 digits of their Social Security numbers when applying to vote. Likewise, Pelosi's coronavirus plan mandates early voting in every state for 15 consecutive days, open for at least 10 hours a day, free mail and absentee ballots for registered voters, expansion of election ballots in foreign languages. Interesting. Ballot harvesting, otherwise known as absentee ballot collection, is when people collect other voters' completed ballots and take them to the polls on their behalf. Imagine several people know they are in a community or district that has a majority of Republican voters. What if people collect hundreds or maybe even thousands of ballots and refuse to submit them to their county seats to be counted? This makes it incredibly easy for voter fraud to occur. While Americans are in desperate need of financial assistance, Pelosi and the rats of the swamp are trying to slip in measures to help them in the upcoming election. Wow, proves right there, once again, the Democrats desperately, and I mean desperately, trying to beat Trump, even though we're going through a nationwide crisis, aka we all know it, the coronavirus, the stock market crash, whatever we want to call this invisible enemy. The Chinese virus, the Chinese weapon, whatever we have to call it. And now let's get to another news article. GOP Senator Grassley unloads on Dems. They are playing political games with people's lives. Which, bingo, this is another big one. Because it seems like, tonight is all about the coronavirus. And to all you patriots out there, please have a case of the corona. Or, while corona sucks, have a case of Bud Light. Whatever y'all do. Y'all that are probably smoking in a way, enjoying that, listening to this show, because, folks, this is going to be one hell of a good show. So, Republican Senator Chuck Grassley went to school on Monday coronavirus because they were failing to recognize the seriousness of the situation. During an interview Monday on Fox News and Your World, Grassley told Neil Caputo the Democrats were putting American lives at risk because they care more about trying to stuff political wish lists on the coronavirus stimulus bill, which in fact is true. Kavoda asked, "Is your sense that a stimulus bill will be passed by the latest tomorrow?" Grassley said, "I cannot say that. In fact, it is just the opposite. I thought we would have this thing done by now. Today, considering how very, very serious this situation is, not only a health situation, but an economic situation. There should be no playing of politics. Just like we Republicans didn't play politics when Nancy Pelosi sent us over a bill, we just passed it and set it right onto the president. There were a lot of things that we Republicans swallowed that we didn't like. He continued, "This is time to put politics behind. It is extraordinary about the Democrats. It is extraordinary about the Democrats are doing. It is one thing if we are voting on passage on a bill. We can't even get the bill up for discussion. They won't let us get it up for discussion." He added, "You tell me what they are up to. They just don't recognize what a serious situation is." Grassley noted Republicans gladly passed the so-called phase stimulus bill proposed by House Democrats without any major revisions because they understood the urgency of the situation and the needs of the American people. There were a lot Democrats are holding up cash payments to Americans struggling due to the sudden onset of the coronavirus pandemic. The legislation, which has been blocked twice by Senate Democrats, would have provided $1,200 to individuals and $2,400 to couples whose income is under a certain threshold. It is not going to the wealthy. It is going to the people, phasing out at $75,000 for the individual. It's only for people that might need cash for the problems of unemployment, Grassley said. We did what the Democrats wanted us to do. They wanted us to beef up unemployment compensation, and we did that years ago. So yes, 600 on top of whatever, 600 on top of what every state gives for unemployment. Some of the other measures, Grassley said, are being held up by the Democratic blockage, include $75 billion for American hospitals, as well as enhancements to Medicaid reimbursement for states and a beefing up of Medicare payments. It's a real problem right now. I don't know why they don't understand that. Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell exploded on House Speaker their drunk squirt bottle Pelosi on Sunday after she killed a massive $1.8 trillion spending bill to protect the economy and American families from the fallout of the coronavirus. While speaking from the Senate floor, McConnell said Republicans and Democrats have spent all week negotiating and working around the clock to put together the bipartisan bill, and they actually reached a deal. Then Pelosi flew in from California and demanded that Senate Republicans include several new items that she wanted. After Republicans rejected her demands, Senate Democrats then voted against proceeding on a bill that they negotiated all week. McConnell was not happy about it. McConnell noted that the Democratic leadership specifically were the ones who killed the bill, which reportedly had strong bipartisan support. The bill would have provided direct payments of $1,200 to millions of Americans and provided numerous other benefits. Wow, Democrats! Folks, this proves right there. This really proves right there. And there's not much really to prove anyway, because this is exactly what the Democrats are doing. They're continuing to bring in what they want, not what you, the American people, want on this bill. This bill needs to be for you. And if Trump is willing to up it to $2,500 for the American people, then you know what? Let every American have the cash. Let every American and do what they can to fight off this madness. Because that's all it is. That's all coronavirus is. It's a madness that the media keeps on spinning it out of proportion. Let's take a look at the numbers from Ebola and the swine flu once again. The numbers here in America are not high. Yes, people are dropping like flies left and right, especially here in El Paso County, with 4 dead, 4 dead in El Paso, and 2 dead in Denver. And yet workers at this airport, this one airport that is northeast of Denver. Oh man, what's it called? I think we both know it. It has a blue horse with the red eyes. People have called him Lucifer. About 4 to 6 people have gotten sick at Denver International Airport. That's right. The airport that is a possible FEMA camp and a hidden bunker. For who? The elite. And while they're turning it into a FEMA crap hole, gotta understand, things are happening above the ground. Things are happening to us while all the elites, they're getting into the bunkers, they're getting into NORAD, they're getting into Area 51, wherever they feel most cozy at, just to watch what? People go into these camps saying, oh, well, you have the coronavirus and the vaccine, whenever that comes out, whatever that the left are going to try and do. And we already know that part of the vaccine is probably going to be the RIFD chip. There's been a couple sources of mine that have told me about this. Broken economy, the stock market crash. All right, let it crash. Let the dollar implode. Because, let's go for the gold standard, which Trump is pushing. He wants it to happen. Because look at the Fed. Look at the central banks. Look how many times we've been in debt that we've had to pay the bank. It's time we end that debt, and it's time we go for something new. I mean, we have to, folks. Let's break away from this crap and start fresh. No, I'm not saying go get the RFID chip. No. Well, I'm saying, but gold like coin. Let's go back to how things were. But look on the bright side. I believe this week we're going to be hearing big names, because there was a tweet, I believe, from either Q or Trump. One of the two said boom, boom. So let's see who the big names are going to be. And, folks, it's something that we have to look at. And now here, another senator. Susan Collins goes nuclear on disgraceful Democrats for shutting down virus relief. All right, the Republican senator. On Monday, Republican Senator Susan Collins went nuclear on Democrats after they purposely shot down a stimulus relief bill which would greatly help American workers. Collins said that the delay was disgraceful as she shared conversations she has had with small business owners who are relying on the stimulus package to get passed. Unbelievably, the Democratic leader objected to my even being able to speak this morning, Collins said, as she hammered far-left Senator Chuck E. Cheese Schumer. Is that what we've come to? The Democratic leader objected to our convening at 9 o'clock this morning so that we could be in working in earnest. Is that what we've come to? A CNN reporter, oh gosh, another beauty, Kristen Wilson, said that Collins walked across the aisle to Schumer, pointed her finger at his face, and said, "You are objecting to my speaking. This is appalling." Frayed nerves and tension on the Senate floor sent Tom Cotton at one point yelled, "This is bullshit," twice. Sen Collins got in Senator Schumer's face, and they figured on those voice votes on the fly. Wilson reported, adding that Collins stood up, walked through her row, across aisles to his seat, stood within 1 foot, maybe less, being conservative, pointed her finger at his face repeatedly and said, "You are objecting to my speaking. This is appalling." Still pointing, leaning in as she pointed. The fact is, we've been working on a bipartisan effort through task force
with both Republican and Democrats making very good progress in putting together a comprehensive package, Collins continued. This one is to address and prevent the economic devastation that is being caused by this virus, aka by the deep state. The virus is the deep state. Corona is just propaganda. So, we don't have another day, she added. We don't have another hour. We don't have another day acting. Good. I'm glad that this Republican woman is standing ground. Collins, along with other Republican leaders, are working on a relief package that would immediately provide $300 billion for small businesses. According to the Daily Wire, the relief, which offers loans that effectively turn into grants for small businesses that keep their employees on payroll until June 30th, is a lifeline for employers struggling to keep their heads above water at no fault of their own. I have talked to businesses all over my state, Collins said, adding that a diner was forced to close their doors. We are unemployed. Our son is unemployed. Our friends who've worked with us for years are unemployed. The owner of the diner said to Collins, how can any of us want to see millions of Americans lose their paychecks, their health insurance, their contributions to their retirement plans, finished Collins. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell also unloaded on Democrats. So I want to explain what just happened, McConnell said on Sunday. Our good friends on the other side would not have been disadvantaged one bit if this vote had succeeded, because it would have required potentially 30 more hours of discussion during which these seemingly endless negotiations could go on as long as they would like. Now, the build up to this, so everybody fully understands, is that we had a high level of bipartisanship in 5 different working groups over the last 48 hours, where members were participating, were reaching agreement, he continued. And then all of a sudden, the Democratic leader and the Speaker of the House shows up, and we're back to square one. So, we're finding with the emotions of the American people, we're fiddling here, we're fiddling with the emotions of the American people, fiddling with the markets, fiddling with our health care. The American people expect us to act tomorrow. And I want everybody to fully understand. If we aren't able to act tomorrow, it will be because of our colleagues on the other side continuing to dicker when the country expects us to come together and address this problem. Interesting. Breaking. Olympics have been postponed. So those of you that are big Olympian fans, I'm somewhat for the Olympics. Just depends on who it is. It's all right. Breaking. China lied. Reports proves they have concealed over 43,000 additional coronavirus cases. Here we go again. According to a report released on Sunday, over 43,000 people who had tested positive for the Chinese coronavirus, the Chi-Com virus, were not included in the official tally of confirmed coronavirus cases in China. The South China Morning Post revealed that Communist China purposely left these people out of the tally because they were silent carriers and had little to no symptoms. All right, the Daily Caller reported the asymptomatic individuals were placed in quarantine and were monitored by authorities, but they were not added to the China's official tally of confirmed coronavirus cases. The SCMP reported China's failure to report the coronavirus cases in its official tally goes against the WHO's guidance, the World Health Organization's guidance. that anyone who tests positive for the virus should be counted as a confirmed case, regardless of their symptoms. WHO has said that transmission of coronavirus is extremely rare. However, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control has reported instances of individuals spreading the virus. So, these people, I'm guessing they're weapons. These individuals that are spreading the virus. Man-made weapons, huh? Built into people. Some spread might be possible before people show symptoms, the CDC said. But this is not thought to be the main way to virus spreads. In a study which included experts from China, the United States, Britain, and Hong Kong estimated that up to 79% of coronavirus cases in Wuhan were spread by people who showed little to no symptoms. The undocumented infections often experience mild, limited, or no symptoms, and hence go unrecognized, and depending on their contagiousness and numbers, can expose a far greater portion of the population to the virus than would otherwise occur, the experts reported. The Daily Caller continues. China's handling of the Chinese virus at the onset of the outbreak has come under intense scrutiny. In early January, Chinese authorities reprimanded of the first doctors in Wuhan to warn people about the virus, accusing him of spreading rumors online and severely disrupting social order. The doctor, 34-year-old Li Wenliang, was forced to sign a statement apologizing for blowing the whistle on the virus. Li died from coronavirus in February. 5 million people fled Wuhan by the time Chinese authorities locked down what was the epicenter of the virus on January 23rd, 2020, enabling the virus to spread around the world at a remarkable pace. As of Monday morning, there has been 343,692 confirmed cases of the Chinese virus and 15,430 deaths worldwide, according to Johns Hopkins University. Wow! Where's the virus in the States? Where's the virus killing in the States? It's not killing that bad in the United States. So, that proves a point. So, folk, things are getting more interesting. Brain freezer. Biden awkwardly loses his place while reading teleprompter signals for help. Oh, wow. This is funny. So let's get a good laugh out of it. I guess it's a video, but no article. Nah. Alright. Let's see. Man with coronavirus says drug that Trump promoted saved his life. Ooh. Alright. So, let's see. Last week, President Donald Trump touted an anti-malaria drug as a possible drug that may be able to treat people with the coronavirus. Interesting. According to Florida man Rio Gattineri, this drug saved his life. Check out the New York Post reported. Rio Gattineri, 52, told Los Angeles Fox 11 that he struggled with horrendous back pain, headaches, cough, and fatigue for 5 days after catching COVID-19, possibly at a conference in New York. Doctors at the Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital in South Florida. Wow, Joe DiMaggio's hospital. Interesting. In South Florida, diagnosed him with the coronavirus and pneumonia and put him on oxygen in the ICU. He told to the outlet, after more than a week, doctors told him there was nothing more they could do, and on Friday evening, Gattineri said goodbye to his wife and 3 children. I was at the point where I was barely able to speak and breathing was very challenging. He said, I really thought my end was there. Before it was too late, Gary Daenerys' friend sent him an article about prescription drug called hydroxychloroquine. Huh. Hydroxychloroquine, which has been used in the past to treat malaria. The drug has not been approved by health officials to be used for the coronavirus. However, it has seen promising results overseas. Last week, President Trump ordered the FDA to fast-track the antibiotic testing for treatment for the coronavirus. Gardner, as he struggled to hold on, contacted a doctor about the drug. He gave me all the reasons why I would probably not want to try it, because there are no trials. There's no testing. It was not something that was approved, he explained. And I said, look, I don't know if I'm going to make it until the morning, because at that point I really thought I was coming to the end because I couldn't breathe anymore, he said. He agreed and authorized the use of it, and 30 minutes later the nurse gave it to me, he continued. Gardner, I'm trying to get his name pronounced better, explained that he then went to sleep and woke up at 5:45 a.m. and felt like nothing ever happened. He's since had no fever or pain and can breathe again. Gardner said doctors believe the episodes he experienced were not a reaction to the medicine, but his body fighting off the virus. Gardner, the vice president of a company that manufactures cooking equipment for high-end restaurants in Los Angeles, said he had 3 doses of the medicine Saturday and is hoping to be discharged from the hospital in 5 days. To me, there was no doubt in mind that I would make it until morning. I wouldn't make it till morning, said Gardner. So to me, the drug saved my life. Gardner isn't the only one to confirm that the drug has helped fight off the coronavirus. During a recent Instagram video, Lost actor Danielle Day Kim revealed that the drug had been crucial to his recovery from the virus. So I won't say that it's a cure, and I won't say definitively that you should go out and use it, but what I will say is that I believe that hydroxychloroquine was crucial to my recovery. I believe the entire mixture of drugs was crucial to my recovery, he said. Well, add my name to those personal accounts because I'm feeling better, said Kim. One of the reasons I was able to recover quickly, I believe, is because I was lucky enough to start taking these drugs before my fever got severe. Interesting. Very interesting. So this antibiotic for malaria seems to be helping with the coronavirus. Cool. So I'm trying to find another news article, but as y'all are tuning in, I hope y'all are having a good night, by the way. But the only thing I'm seeing is more about the bill being passed over by, the bill being shot down by the Democrats, people going off on the Democrats. So here's my point. I believe that the Democrats should have went for the bill because we need the bill. I mean, we seriously do. We're in troubled times, folk, and especially with the Democrats trying to have one last hope on trying to get the election. We, the people, have to be smart. We have to continue to go out there, get out to the streets, get out to your gas station, get out everywhere, do whatever it takes, show that President Trump is the man of his word, and show that these Democrats in the media has done nothing but bring chaos and hysteria to our streets, to our supermarkets, to our parks, to our kids, you name it. Because, folk, the reality is that these Democrats have lost so badly, and Corona was just their last option, and they failed. So, if the virus is so bad that people are wearing masks over their faces, I see this everywhere I go. People wearing masks, gloves. If it's so bad, why hasn't President Donald Trump declared martial law? Why hasn't he declared it yet? Because it ain't as bad like it is. Yes, people are dropping like flies, but how do we know it's the coronavirus? How do we know it's not just a common cold, or the flu, or the bird flu, or what if that person had cancer, or whatever else that could be wrong? People die out of nowhere. It's not, well, that person just died from the corona. Honestly, it's hysteria. So let's get these people rechecked, the ones that are dead, test their blood for corona, because I bet there's no coronavirus. I bet it's just, like I said, an illness. People die like every day from illnesses, from being hit by a car, from suicide. It's all there, folk. So people are freaking out over nothing. And while they're freaking out over nothing, we the people, the preppers, the patriots, the Americans, are here like, damn, we knew crap like this would happen. Because, crap hits the fan, we gotta be prepared. We have to be ready, folk. So, as I get ready here, I am gonna finish up a little early. It is Monday. But my message is to you, the American people, we have to fight hard. Enough of big tech censoring us because, hey, Facebook, you and your Antifa buddies can continue doxing me. Share the address they have. I don't give a crap. Y'all go enjoy yourself. Y'all do whatever y'all do. Go fight off your Nazis. Y'all ain't nothing. Y'all don't scare. The real threat is the United Nations and the Chi-Coms. There's something that we have to be focused about. Not these G-string wearing monkeys who think that they're fighting Trump supporters. That they're saving the world by fighting Trump supporters. Get the hell out of here. Time to grow up, kids. Time to grow up, get a real education. Go to a college that's for America, not against. So, continue packing along all those toilet paper, you stubborn freaks, while y'all can be sharing it with everyone else. And we want to be having Walmart, King Soopers, Sam's Club, Costco, whatever other big supermarkets out there limiting their stuff to how many toilet paper a family can get, how many eggs, milk, meats. Come on, let's just have things on how we used to have them. But it is what it is, folk. So, I'm going to get ready to get off here. I'm going to get some rest. You, the American people, will be informed because, folk, I'm not stopping now. I don't have time to put my foot on the brakes. I have my time to keep my foot on the gas and continue moving forward to bring this fight to the enemy. Because the enemy already drew their line, and now it's time we draw ours. And our line is going to be much more stronger than theirs. So, by all means, Democrats and libtards and whatever else, y'all want to come step over this line, I'm going to let you know something. The moment you step over that line, that's a big-ass mistake. So, try. Because at the end of the day, you are not the American people, but we are. So, good luck, Democrats. Good luck on your fun. And to all you patriots, continue enjoying the cases of Corona. Continue the cases of Bud Light, which I prefer on a daily basis. Bud Light's the best. And to all you stoners out there too, we don't need any medicine to protect us from the coronavirus. We got what we have. So y'all know what I mean. Check y'all out. Continue growing. Continue to show the American people that pot is not bad. That hemp is good for everyone. Besides the THC stuff for those that are looking at getting high. But those of you that look at getting high, that's your business. But what I'm talking about, hemp alone, do some research. It's not bad. It's actually the most healthiest plant and medicine out there. But Big Pharma doesn't want you to know, because Big Pharma just wants you to continue wasting your money on bullshit that you don't need. Crap that's killing you.
crap that's making you addicted to. Break away from the pills and find old original herbs, back in the day with the Indians and with people that didn't have modern day medicines. Get rid of the pill. Start going old school. Thank you. God bless you. And my message to you, President Trump, keep up the good work, sir. Keep up the good fight. Let's bring America where she needs to be, and let's have the best is yet to come. Because, sir, you're doing a fantastic job for our country. We, the American people, here at America Strong, Patriot Talk, and Global Enlightenment Radio Network, we're here to say we stand with you for good because you are our president, and I'm proud to call you my president. Thank you, sir. And thank every single one of you patriots for standing ground and defending American rights against the radical left and the deep state. The fight is here and the fight is on. Let's save the lives of innocent babies. Let's save the lives of those that are affected by this virus. Please help your neighbor. Bring toilet paper. Bring some food. If y'all have some extra, please help around. Give back to your community. Show that we aren't the Nazis, the terrorists, the scum that the mainstream media and the Democrats have painted us out to be. But let's show them we are loving, kind-hearted Americans that support our guns, that love our country, and that we will do whatever it takes to protect our communities. Thank you. God bless you. God bless President Trump. God bless you, law enforcement, firefighters, doctors, military, for all your hard work. And God bless all you veterans out there. Y'all deserve a hell of a salute and a good old handshake from me. Thank you for what you've done for our country by the blood, sweat, and tears. And to those that you have lost, my thoughts and prayers go out to y'all. Have a wonderful night. God bless America. As always, I'm your host, Thomas Santo Pascal. Thank you for tuning in to America Strong Patriot Talk.